Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Hello, everybody. Hello. Trying to get something up here. Getting started here in a minute. I am so awesomely prepared. I need to mute myself. There we go. Gotta mute myself. Actually, I don't need to mute myself. That's going to be really, really weird. I just want to test something real fast. Can you hear the music? I can't tell because I have myself muted. Let me know. Just as a general thought for future considerations. Probably really low. Groovy intro. Yeah, this is the music. For those of you who are wondering what this is, and have for a while, that's it right there. And it's actually something that you can get from the, like this is available through YouTube, which is just wild. It's crazy. That something this cool, this good is available through YouTube. Well, I just broke the freaking internet here. Oh man. I'm watching, there's a delay even for me, just so you know, whenever I watch the YouTube playback, so I'm watching as Winamp itself is just chilling up, and that's really kind of neat. Like, I know I never could do anything where we listen to albums together, because it just wouldn't fly, because of content ID and all that other garbage, but that's really, really neat that that's what shows up. Really cool. So wait, something's going on with Trivium. Something's going on there. I don't follow them. I have a friend that does, but I haven't been on Twitter today for the most part, aside from just responding to. I don't even think I've responded to anything since very, very early this morning before I went to sleep. So, what the heck is going on? I'm checking the window because we have, or we had at least a storm coming, which of course. First of all, of course, always happens whenever I want to stream. And second of all, I want to check my weather bug app, and I pick my baseball app, which is just amazing. Sebastian, greetings from America, Chile. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. Glad to have you on board, brother. Glad to have you on board. Thanks for taking some time out of your evening to hang out. Who the hell still uses Winamp? CKN does because he doesn't like iTunes. And because he's old school and likes to run programs that work. I'll also use Spotify on catalog stuff that's been out for a while, and even even on stuff that I own, simply because it is a little easier. But Spotify with those ads and stuff, and I'm not paying money for them just to take ads off. That's freaking stupid, man. It's stupid. I'll just handle the inconvenience, and if you get the song before it goes to the next one, you avoid the ads. It's pro tip, pro strats here from CKN. So people are just giving bullshit about people are just giving bullshit over the fact that he's not. They're doing just cleans. They're not straight. That's stupid. It's really dumb. But then again, if I remember, I think a lot of A7X fans gave M Shadows grief after he made that choice too. So I think this is par for the course. And as you saw, that band really didn't take that large of a hit whenever it came to fan base. And I think a lot of people that were critical of that whenever it first happened came around in the end anyway. Got a couple people from Ohio in the house. Fulton's Reviews is in the house. What's going on, brother? Ohio, man, really close by. I've actually been up near Canton. I went to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I've been to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I've also been up in Cleveland for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I've done a lot of the touristy things in Ohio, being from Pennsylvania, Southwest Pennsylvania. So that's been kind of easy for me to do. But what sound system do I listen to my music on? A really, really basic computer. I just use my computer because it's got it has Beats Audio right there within the sound system, and I have a nice sweet set of Sennheiser headphones that look janky as shit, but are really, really awesome. I love the hell out of these things. These are the last pair, by the way, that we had in the store back whenever I was working there. They no longer carry Sennheisers as far as I know, so I think I have like a piece of history. And the minute that those break or cease functioning for good will be the saddest day in America. There will be one single tear that will stream down my cheeks that will lead to the extinction of all other Sennheiser headphones. So if you have a pair of Sennheisers and they just disappear one day, I am to blame. St. Paul, Minnesota, all the way from France. Man, oh man. Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. Or Boomer Sooner. Yeah, Mr. Game Freak 197, Boomer Sooner. Or as JR would say, Boomer Sooner, baby. For the love of God and all that is holy, he is broken in half. Second channel for Fulton's Reviews. That's awesome. I have a second channel too that I don't use. Theater of the Sun. Most of you probably have heard of it and know that nothing has been done with it for a very, very long time. I should have actually made a video last evening after the Hannibal finale, because holy shit, was that intense as fuck. It was ridiculous. Portugal, you're the man. Portugal. Now I want to listen to Portugal the Man. I want to listen to Portugal the fucking Man. Do I have anything available to me in my, I can't do that. I'm already falling victim to the trap, yo. I'm already fallen fucking victim of wanting to just throw on music and just jam out. I guess I could do that by simply not letting the streams get uploaded to YouTube, but I know that a lot of people right now are in bed, because I know that there's a fan base that is sleeping right now. For those of you who are not sleeping and are just hanging out, you guys rule. You guys are really awesome. It's about 7:00 p.m. Eastern time here in horrible southwestern Pennsylvania. And I say that because this town sucks. But that's okay. That's okay. Someone's asking me if the Book of Souls, is the Book of Souls really a masterpiece? We need to talk first before we truly get into the viewer's choice aspect of our program tonight, because that's really what we're here for. We're really here for the viewer's choice, fun stuff, Funzilla Ahoy here in Streamzilla land. I want to check something really, really fast. I want to see that this 35K is actually super duper confirmed, like Half-Life 3. And so I'm going to be totally unprofessional and have my phone right here. I want to check my trusty VidStats X, which is about as accurate as it gets. Sarcasm, sarcasm. And yeah, we have it on the nose right now, on the nose. So congratulations, not to me, it's to you guys. We jumped probably about 500 subscribers over the weekend. So if any of you guys are new, if any of you guys came over from the Watch Mojo video and now are in your first CKN stream, give me a hell yeah. And of course, there's going to be like a 1.5-minute long delay. So this is what would happen if Stone Cold Steve Austin said that, and then immediately somebody froze time for 90 seconds. Richelieu's awesome. I have one of their albums somewhere in this mess that I call life. But Josh JP is new. I feel you give real reviews of music. Of course, I buy CDs. I love buying CDs. That's been one of my pastimes. I worked at a music store for 5.5 years. So what was nice about that is if it was something that was particularly not my style or cup of tea, like I've done reviews of Justin Bieber and like the original Now ideas and stuff like that. I didn't even have to buy those because those were playing in the store as it was. Now that I no longer work there, there's a bit of a struggle that's real in the fact that now I'm actually going to have to go out of my way to discover this stuff, for one. And for two, I'm going to have to sort of do this stuff while the hype train is rolling, as opposed to before the hype train leaves the station, considering now I don't have that little pulse that's sort of scuttlebugging its way around me. So yeah. Why don't you go professional video? I would gain so much more subs. I do not have the equipment for that, for one. For two, I don't have the money for that. Because even though I appear to be this amazingly wealthy individual that is full of life, vitality, and I have 17 money trees, and they are the perfect place for shading, but that's just how I feel. That is not the case. And finally, I don't have the time. These videos are the way they are because I do a lot of them. You know, I do produce a lot of content, and it comes out very quickly. And that's just kind of how it's been. I do want to upgrade my camera. I want to upgrade that much. And if it's anything that's all that special, I do like to give it a little bit of editing. That's about all. I don't see that changing all that much in the upcoming years unless I really see a huge spike in quality upward. Either that, or unless I were to magically hook up with one of those YouTube partnership things where you go into a studio and there's a producer and all that garbage, which I doubt that's going to happen. So we need to speak very briefly before we get into the nitty-gritty of tonight's viewers' choice extravaganza. I just said that probably 5 minutes ago, and of course have not done that. And I'm zooming over to one of my favorite sites du jour for us to talk about some of the stuff that's going to be happening this week. Because this week is a very, very important week for not only this channel, but it's an extremely important week for heavy metal in general. Now, I am a bit confused over the fact that the Five Finger Death Punch album is coming out at the end of this week. It's coming out on Friday, yet they streamed it all on Pandora on this past Friday, which is how I got a chance to listen to it. And originally the date was supposed to be 2 days ago on Friday. That was originally the date of the release, so I don't know what happened there. But this week we have, at least from what I see, We have 4 big releases that we need to talk about this week, outside from us already speaking very, very negatively. If you haven't seen that video, please go check it out. After the stream is over, the Five Finger Death Punch Got Your Six album review, Rage Returned. We have 4 big releases that we need to talk about this week. The first one, of course, is The Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. And I'm going to give you guys sort of the super sneaky skinny on what's going on with that. That was actually the video I was speaking about whenever I was debating whether or not I was going to stream tonight or just post that album review. The album review has already been shot. It's been done. In fact, the album review has been done since Friday night. And I've originally intended on waiting for Iron Maiden to drop a stream. But this is kind of a release where I may want to sort of bend my own rule about that because of the way in which I acquired it, which was through a download that was sent from a company that was representing the band. So I actually have the legal ability to post it. But at the same time, I also want to show a little respect because that is kind of what I'm all about. And I don't mention in the video that I had acquired it that way, that it was sent to me, essentially. So I don't want anybody to be confused with that. But I think it's just going to – I'm just dropping it tomorrow. It's coming tomorrow. It's going to come tomorrow early as well. So I'm thinking probably around noontime, we're going to have the Iron Maiden Book of Souls video up and ready to roll. And you will want to watch this. You will want to watch this. This is a review that will blow your mind. And it really, 2015 has kind of gotten blown apart a little bit over these past couple of months. And this continues that, but perhaps deals one of the biggest challenges yet. It really does, because there's there's a lot to talk about with 92 minutes worth of music for one, and this is an album that can really make or break Iron Maiden. This could be what makes them decide, okay, maybe it's time to slow up, or maybe this is it. Although Bruce Dickinson has recently said that he hopes to hell this isn't the last album because he's having too much damn fun. But also this week, I want to talk about the new Riverside album, Love, Fear, and the Time Machine, which is going to be massively big. I can't wait. I also want to talk about from Under the Red Cloud from Amorphous, King of Kings from Leaves' Eyes, and I still would love to try to get in Depression Cherry by Beach House. However, if that happens to not happen, redundancy aside, if that doesn't occur with Depression Cherry, I also plan on releasing Once Things Calm Down, which is going to take a little while. I plan on releasing a video that is dedicated to the albums that I missed reviewing right around the time of their release, because if there's one thing that I note is that if you release a review after the release of an album, unless it's a huge smash or something like that, it doesn't do very well. It doesn't get to too many people. The interest is already sort of waned a little bit. And so and this is something that I will do from time to time from a business perspective, or from at least a perspective of interest to your time as the 35,000 subscribers strong to Cover Killer Nation, I tend to just move on and try to stay current. That's really what I have planned and hoped for this week. Now, of course, as you and I both know, every time a plan is concocted, it seems that something does occur to throw a little bit of a wrench into it, and that's A-okay. That actually works to our advantage, Nation, because it does allow a little bit more content to come out there. It's been one of the best aspects for me over the past couple of months, simply because it's become so unpredictable. You know, I have this sort of well-constructed, well-thought-out plan, and then something will happen, such as what happened last weekend with One Direction, even though the Joey Fatone article was revealed to be fake. That was revealed to be fake. But the whole separation after or in 2016 and hiatus, that's all real. So the Joey Fatone part now, aside from it being credible, just turns into lulz. It turns into the laugh factor, the ha-ha. So it is, there's always something that will happen that will add to the content. Of course, this past week, as of Friday, it was 100% the Watch Mojo. The Watch Mojo video came out of nowhere. I knew that they were making one, and I knew that there was a possibility that I could be in it. I didn't think I was going to make the cut. I really didn't. Bravado aside. So kudos to anybody who somehow influenced that. I don't know. So this is so that's kind of the plan for this week. Those couple of album reviews that we have that I mentioned, the 4 or potentially 5, and then I was talking the other day on the Facebook group about potentially doing a 10 awesome songs that involve psychedelic rock. Still kind of going around in my head, still kind of floating up there. May not have the time because I just realized that, oh boy, big problem here. This weekend is a very big weekend. This weekend is a huge weekend. Especially because of what we talked about in the last stream. Which now I'm going to have to go back to because there was a sort of half-witted poll that was in there. And what the fuck is this doing? This is wow. My Chrome just got super duper hacked by porn. That was awesome for 5 whole seconds. Hello, virus scan. By super duper hacked, I of course mean it went to all of my favorite sites at the same time. Like a boss. Give me all the porns. Now, you, sir, thank you, need to hurry the fuck up. This is why I do not do screen share, because it takes too damn long. It takes way too damn long. Okay, so here we go. 379 comments. My tushy. I love the fact that this counts the comments, by the way, of the chat itself. So it just makes it look like it is such a hugely successful video. You guys are a bunch of dicks, by the way, but I'm not shocked. I am completely and totally not shocked. You guys are a bunch of dicks considering you guys want me to do the Slayer discography in 24 hours. Pardon me. For those people who are telling me to check out getmetal.org over and over and over again, I have. I'm going to give you a hot tip. Everything that they have there, I can get somewhere else if I were a pirate, and I could get more. So I'm just going to toss that out there. But I don't need to be a pirate, which is great. The only time I actually did that was because a dude was kind enough to send me a link to the new Creosote, which I have, of course, since acquired. This video is sponsored by Brazzers. So anyway, 24 hours. So I want just to remind everybody who said 24 hours that basically translates to about a video every 2.5 hours, I want to say. Because I've already done Show No Mercy. And at one point in time, whenever I was just Cover Killer, I had done a review of their last album. But I won't include that. I'll do that over again. I'll give you that benefit, because that would be like looking at a modern CKN and then going back to the CKN of the past from like 6 years ago, where I look young and retarded and geeky and nerdy and not as amazing and completely and totally bangable as I do now. That ad had been sponsored by Brazzers also. So that is going to be sort of where things are going to have to go, I guess, considering you guys want it in 24 hours. What I may do, if I can hear the rain coming. What I may do in that regard is the 24-hour period may have to be like I do maybe half of them. See, that's the thing. The thing of it is that the half that end up going up during the overnight hours are going to be completely and totally glossed over. So it will be 24 hours per se, but I think it's going to be in 12-hour increments over 2 days anyhow. So tough noogies. It's just going to be I'm looking at the best way for this to happen without there being too many problems to arise from it. See, 24 hours of CKN I'm willing to do during the summertime because no one's in school. You know, if you're working, you can catch part of it. It's not something where your time is completely and totally overtaken by something else. And it rained for like 5 seconds, and now it stopped. I'm confused. Mommy, help me. I am confused. Oh, it's because the little storm broke up. What a shame. Well, may it rest in peace. That actually is good for us. So that's just how it's probably going to have to be. That's just how it's going to probably have to. What the fuck? Displaying screenshot? Do you think you're in... Somebody thinks that they're in like Hitbox or something like that, where that shit just happens. It'd be a mod in there. There's no mods in here. But anyhow, let's get down to business. Let's get down to fun. It is right now 7:27 on my side of the world, probably a little later on your side of the world because of delay. And officially, as of right now, for the next half an hour or so, it is viewer's choice. So let's see what we are going to talk about. Let's see what we are going to talk about. What I think of Sacrifice by Amorphous, really, really good track. I'm very excited about this upcoming album. I think that they have really come a long way. These past couple of albums have been very classic in Amorphous, in their new vein, and this has great potential. Amorphous is just a very consistent band. They've turned into a tremendously consistent band, and that's why their reviews are always fun listens, because they're always enjoyable. Please, CKN, review the mixtape of Cal Kuchesta. I should no doubt think about instead resurrecting Box Me and releasing a mixtape that is fireballer over Cal Kuchesta's. And Big Ben Rothenslosh, good lord. My fucking grandma said that shit whenever he was a rookie. It was great. Brett Scott's brand new here. What's this about? Just having a good time. Viewer's choice. This is just a stream for fun. It's just for fun. Viewer's choice basically just means is that I read the chat and I will answer questions, or we will talk about some things. I'll go off on rants. This is kind of low key. It was not really planned. And originally, my thought was to post a review this evening, but it's so big, it is so large and in charge that it needs a. It's going to be posted tomorrow. It's massive. What did I think about the new Tesseract song? Pretty decent. Pretty decent. Mr. Game Freak, did you send me the message over on Facebook about Royal Thunder? Because I have heard of the band, but I have not listened to Crooked Doors, so I'll have to check that out. Can anybody recommend me bands with a good guitarist, lesser-known guitarist, though? That is... Wow, it's like half of metal. Just listen to Nia Blivascaris and just marvel in the instrumentalization. Have fun. Thoughts on Anathema? Whew. Everybody complained about that band whenever they had to change their sound, and honestly, I think that tonal difference has made them so much better. I mean, they were a great band in the 90s. You know, they were a terrific band back then, but this shift has opened up so many possibilities. I just fear that they're getting a little too soft, and they're aiming for the beauty factor a little too much, and sometimes they go to the well one too many times. Pestilence, what do I think of them? There's 3 other Horsemen of Death, and then you get a Metallica song. Pestilence are good. I dig them. Do I find myself returning to the new Soilwork album of the year? It is not the album of the year. I can already assure you that. For me, for you, that's perfectly fine. Yeah, I returned to that a couple of times whenever I was going through the process of listening for the review. It's a very solid disc. It's a very, very solid disc. And I have had a chance to listen to the Queensryche, and the Operation Mindcrime thing is still blowing my mind. There's just going to be a lot from those 2 bands in the next coming years. It's just going to be really wild. David Maxim Mikic, Devin Townsend, and Shoegaze. Rose Windows. I'm just going to say that name. Rose Windows. Psychedelic rock from Sub Pop Records. Someone told me they broke up. I get into them and they're broken up already. That's bullshit. Great band. Fucking awesome band. What do I think of the new Black Dahlia Murder songs? Everybody and their mother keeps asking. They are very, very good, but I'm telling you, I'm just going to wait until the album drops. I've really started to learn my lesson whenever it comes to doing a lot of track reviews, even though we just talked about the new Baroness. You know, I look at the stuff that a lot of people are requesting, and I try to do it, and sometimes it just doesn't work out. And that Baroness is a huge, big time reason for that, unfortunately, or an example of that, should I say. Great song. Couldn't be more hyped about the Purple. It's coming out on the 18th of December, but just, you know, there are some things where it doesn't seem like people care. I don't know. It's weird. What is my favorite Porcupine Tree album? Probably The Sky Moves Sideways, Kevin. I did not watch SummerSlam. I have seen the memes of The Undertaker and Brock Lesnar. I've read the results. I am very, very pleased that they found a way to ensure that John Cena didn't get the championship. But once again, it's done in a way in which Seth Rollins can't get a clean pin on him. Much like it seems that Seth Rollins just can't seem to get a clean pin anywhere on a pay-per-view show, which, quite frankly, I don't mind all that much because he's such a great heel that you almost hate to see that happen. You hate to see him always find a way out like that, but that's what a heel's supposed to do. You know, that's what a heel is really, really supposed to do. And if Seth Rollins kept the title until, say, maybe Survivor Series, or even, like Survivor Series would be fine. I think that'd be perfectly acceptable. Or even until Night of Champions. Like if he, no, wait, never mind. Never the fuck mind. I said Night of Champions. He's going up against Sting in Night of Champions, and if Sting wins the title, that's stupid. That's retarded. No. Wrong. You don't have, and I know people will say Brock Lesnar. You don't have a guy like Sting come in, be in like 2 matchups, lose essentially both matchups, and then have him face off against the title or the champion and win. That essentially says that Triple H could come at any time, turn on Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins is just fucked. And it's that old school idea that the old men can always pick on the young boys and always be the wily veteran against the young boys. And it's just not believable. I don't care how jacked Triple H is. Sting should not win. Yeah, you're right. You're right that Rollins was super face during that match because everyone still hates John Cena. There's memes though now that are hysterical. Like it makes me want to listen to his theme music just for the fucking fun of it. And here's something that's going to hurt people's feelings. John Cena's been having some damn good matches ever since he got the United States title. He's been having some great matches. Don't even care. I think Cover Killer's smart. Evergrey are a very underrated band, Jeff Jackman. What video game am I looking forward to toward the end of this year? I am looking forward to them finally releasing the DLC to The Binding of Isaac, Afterbirth. I'm hoping that that comes sometime soon. I am also hoping that I eventually acquire a controller where I can play some fucking Rocket League. I'd also love, and if you are in chat and you have one of these that's just sitting around, works great. If you have an old laptop that has Windows 98 installed on it, and it's just not doing anything, and it works perfectly, message me. I am in the market for one. I would love one. I have, and this is so stupidly dorky, and I don't give two flying rats fucking asses. I have a baseball sim from the 90s that I would love to load back up, and you can create associations, and I'm a big numbers guy, big stats freak. I would just love to play this again. You know, even if it's something that I just put off to the side of the room, let it simulate its balls off and barely touch. I would just love to have that experience again. And you can download stuff for Vista and 10 and this and that, but the damn thing doesn't save a lick of shit. So you get the experience of loading up the game, but if you get to a point where you have to save something, it just tells you, hope you enjoy looking at the game because fuck you. But, to get the Lost. Good luck. That is the most ridiculous thing. And it was totally, the way that was found was idiotic. Because somebody actually dove through the source code of the game in order to find out about the Lost. Someone went through the source code and then revealed how to do it, which was bullshit. Which was just bullshit. But will I review the new pentagram? I don't know. We'll see. We will definitely see. What will happen when these glasses break? First of all, they ain't going to break. Fuck, there's no wood around for me to knock on. Now they're going to break. Son of a bitch. If they do, I will no doubt scavenge the world for a new pair. Either that or I'm sure that I'll be able to find another pair or something different, and maybe I'll get something that'll make it look like the Terminator, and then I'll become Terminator Nation, Killer Nation, Covernator. Yes, I'm Ralph Covernator. Anyhow, what do I think about Rotting Christ, Fear of the Dark 1975? Really, really cool band out of Greece, if I remember correctly. Death metal, or blackened death metal, whatever you really want to call it. Great melodies, just great overall feel. I'm trying to remember their album from, I think it was 2005. It was right after Genesis, I think. Christ. Rotting Christ. Sounds like Bond, James Bond. I'm trying to remember what the hell the name of that album was, because that was a really, really baller disc. It was great. It was really freaking sweet. It was fantastic. But will I review the new Asking Alexandria? When the hell is that coming out? Because I feel as, oh shit, did I miss something big? I probably fucking did. If I missed something big, then oops, I'm going to have to really revamp my thoughts of what I'm going to be doing. My soccer fan, football. I am. I just don't get the opportunity to watch a lot, unfortunately. I never really have had the cable access to it or anything like that. But it's interesting. It's really cool. The World Cup, whenever that comes through, no matter where it's at, life stops for me for a month. It stops for me for a bit. Am I in the Bruce Dickinson solo album? By the way, Manny Christ, how you doing? Welcome. One of my very first forays into the Iron Maiden lore was Accident of Birth and Chemical Wedding by Bruce Dickinson, as well as one of the early Samson albums. So, yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good stuff. Tyranny of Souls was also extremely strong, and I think for when it came out, it was a little bit underrated. Am I hyped for the new Maiden? Are you hyped for the review, Manny Christ? Because it will blow work. I need to throw that back on for the first time in quite a while. In I don't know, the next couple of days, just for fun. I did know that Tears of a Clown is about Robin Williams, and the feels is all I'm going to say is the feels. Get on the feel train and just cruise your way into Sadness Town, Sorrow Town, because the feels are real, sir. My favorite brewer of beers. That's a great question. Cave Worm Metal Party or Cave Worm Metal Party. The lag does blow. My favorite brewer of beers is Newcastle Brown. Well, I'm not sure if that's the brewer, but I love Newcastle Brown Ale. I don't really drink, though. I don't drink anymore. But I do drink Yingling if I'm at bars. So, yeah. That'll let you know a couple things about me right there is the fact that I used to drink a lot whenever I was in college, and I stopped. It got expensive. And everybody in college really liked to drink cheap shit, and it was just myself and like one or two of my friends that didn't do that. We really liked things that were not as typical. Oh no. I don't know if you can still hear me. Probably not. Testing, 1, 2. What the hell is going on? It's trying its best. It's trying its best. I have already talked about the. Will I review the new Sword album? Will I review the new Sword album? Will I review the new Sword album? I have. It's been done. It has been done. I do remember Vast Ryan. They were pretty freaking crazy. Do I like Green Day? Some of their stuff ain't bad. A lot of the other stuff I could care less about. So, yeah. Okay, y'all can still hear me? That's good. That's great. That's excellent. The Trooper is actually a fine beer. I need to get some of that. I want some Maynard James Keenan wine. That's what's up. I want some Maynard James Keenan bubbly. I think that would just be fantastic. I think I could probably get that sooner than we can get a new Tool album. I think that's fair. I thought I did a Skinless album. I thought I did their last release. I could be wrong. I probably am. I can't keep track of all this crap. I need to start making enough money by doing this where I can hire an archivist that also doubles as a hype master that runs the Facebook page and stuff and just posts random videos and tells you to go watch them and hypnotizes you so you go and do it. And that's another thing. CKN merch. That'd be another reason for me to have a like a little worker monkey. That'd be great. That would be a really, really great thing. I've not seen very many movies this year at all, but it seems like it's been a really, really good year for the business from a monetary perspective, because we currently have, I think, 3 movies that are at $1 billion, with Fast 7, Jurassic World, and Age of Ultron. Did Minions make it to 1 billion, by the way? Just to throw that out there, did they? Maybe I should remember that there's a delay, like an idiot. CKN podcast, stress balls. The CKN stress ball would basically just be me holding a copy of, like, the new Five Finger Death Punch album. Whenever you squeeze the stress ball CKN, he crushes the CD, or makes it look like he's crushing the CD. It's great. But Fantastic Four, of course. That's the movie of the year. It's 100 out of 10. Nothing could possibly go wrong. In the majestic words of Bubsy, what could possibly go wrong? How about every fucking thing? How about The Visit from M. Night Shyamalama Ding Dong? M. Night Shish Kebab coming back with the freaking mean-ass let's go visit grandma. It's like the 3 Little Pigs, only now they're 3 little grandchildren or whatever the fuck. And right there it's saying, would you go into the oven? And you're just like, don't go in the fucking oven. And the little girl's like, I really don't want to go into the fucking oven, Grandma, but okay. I just want to be helpful. And then bam, slams it. It's like, you saw it coming a mile away, but you kind of still want to see it because you wonder, does she just like laugh at her and spew a bunch of freaking blah, or, you know, is she going to cook her and do that Hansel and Gretel nonsense, or what the fuck? I mean, what the shit? Is this really what an M. Night Sheboygan movie is becoming these days? I mean, I know that he just got confirmed for what is the last Airbender 2 or whatever the fuck it was that everyone was complaining, pitch and dip shit about. Oh, boy. And that's just the way that it is. Can Mittens feel my rage? No. No, he can't feel it. Please review Divinium Insanus. Amazing record. Out of the call. There is no call. Will I review the new Buck Cherry? No. Will I review the new POD album? No. Just ate pizza. Amazing. I did too, actually. I had pizza about 2 or 3 hours ago. Pizza's pretty sweet. I think later on I have like some sweet ass like pecan chicken or something. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm starting to get a little hangry again. Hangry, by the way, now. Hangry. Are you hangry? That's in the freaking Oxford Dictionary, along with bruh. I can now, if I'm a writer on the side of BTW, for all of those who are wondering, I can now use bruh in prose, and the Oxford Dictionary has my fucking back, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. What do I think of budma or bada? Oh no. Something just absolutely shit the bed. What the fuck is this? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I don't know what that just did. I just got some random thing saying that Java has done whatever, or Oracle, or what the shit is this? What's going on my computer? There's a little cup of coffee down there. What the hell is this? Oh my God, it's a Java installer. No, I don't know. I don't think I want that. What the fuck? What can Java do for me? I need some Java. Wow. Bring Me the Horizon. What do I think of them? I think they have 2 songs out that sounded pretty interesting, and there is a 3rd one that people want me to talk about, but I'm not going to because we're too close to the release date, so we're just going to talk about the release date. Get the best of the web with Yahoo. Set Yahoo as your homepage. How about you go suck my cock? And we're going to cancel that. Yes, I want to cancel the Java installation. What kind of writing do I do? It's almost like freelance, like short stories and things that are actually, for the most part, interconnected in some way, shapes, or forms. I usually do it over on Facebook and things of that variety. I also do some minor lyricism, which I may one day attempt to do professionally, just for the fucking hell of it. I doubt it, though. It's more so just for my own, stuff, for me to do it. It's mainly just for funsies, because I don't already have enough things going on. But sometimes you just get in that itch. I don't do much in the way of album or ranting about music with the writing any longer, since I do have this channel. And one of the best parts about this channel is the fact that I don't write shit for it, man. I don't write diddly fucking dick for this channel. I just go in, I hit the record button, and that's that. What do I think about Google bombing Canada? I'm telling you what, in the coming decades, which you will not have to worry about, will be one country bombing the other. It will be one corporation bombing the other. It'll be like eventually that Apple will become so large that they get some balls and decide to try to bomb Microsoft. And then Microsoft will be like, fuck the hell out of you guys, and they'll bomb them. They'll have more nukes than most countries. The brilliant lyricist named Young Thug. How young is he? Oh, okay, that was a typo. I thought that was actually his name, because you never know these days. Did he do that, like, whip your hair nay nay thing, or whatever the fucking Christ that song is? Because I still have not heard that song, and I will avoid that as much as I can until, of course, it appears on a Now, and I am forced to talk about it. So, please and thanks. Why are you sitting indoors with shades out? Apparently fake light ain't gonna blind you. Craig, you don't know that. Because for all I know, I could take these off and... It's part of the fucking gimmick, man. It's part of the fucking gimmick. That's what's up. Oh, man. I did never finish the type of negative discography, I know. At this point, I may never. I'm not going to keep making promises, because then I forget about stuff. What do I think about the new Bieber tune? I think that I just took a really, really nice shit about 3 hours ago. Would you like for me to discuss that? That'd be great. I should check him out. What, this Young Thug, or Young whatever it was? Young G, Young Flabada, Young Poop. What shirt am I wearing? Boo, boo, boo. So how many people are excited that John Cena has turned into some wicked John Mimas? Word. Brain aneurysm concerned. Oh, god damn, it's only my fourth. So many aneurysms, it's insane. This is not even my real brain anymore. I've had transplants. It works. It's great technology. I highly, highly recommend it. The shit was very, very satisfying, though I feel as though at times it got a little lost in the shuffle while it was trying to traverse its way through my bowels. So it got a little lost. The flow was not very strong, but in the end, big payoff. Big payoff. How do magnets work? Frickin' magic, yo. Frickin' magic. That is how they work. They are magical beings that alchemists have derived in order to ensure that we understand as men why some women don't want to touch our penises. Because isn't it just so funny that if you walk down the street and just whip your dick out, there'll be some that might be like, think about it, but then there'll be others that just run away and then touch a police officer and say, hello, Mr. Police Officer, sir, indecent exposure right over there. And that's the story of my life at 23. But we don't want to talk about that any further. But yeah. Can you star the? I did some wrestling rants a long, long time ago. I would have to start watching every single week in order to truly feel as though I was being accurate about things. Pac-Man Biohazard, I have a freaking truckload of posters and stuff that I could easily use to cover this wall behind me. I am just so fucking lazy at times and also time's an issue. I swear, I need to hire, fuck having just one monkey do my like alternate bidding. I need like 4. I need a decorating monkey that also doubles as a cleaning monkey. I need a merch and hype machine monkey. I need a drug monkey, because everybody needs a drug monkey. Even if you don't do drugs, you just need to have one on call in case some bad shit goes down. And then I need a stuff monkey that goes and gets me stuff that I need. So like this monkey like goes out and performs to get money, and then after he has performed to get the money, he gets stuff for me. It's wild. Why do I like Justin Timberlake? I just do. I think his stuff is really, really good. That I didn't delete the movie channel. I just haven't used it for anything. Was I bullied as a kid? No, actually, no, not really. There were moments where, the best thing that I would say is that back then I didn't dish out as much as I do now. So if 31-year-old Mark became like 7 or 8-year-old Mark, I would probably be spending so many after-school moments still in school and detention. Because now I feel like I just don't know when to shut up. There were people that tried to bully, but really couldn't find much. There were things that I used to hear and stuff like that, but I didn't let it bother me all that much. That's the thing. I didn't let it bug me. The CKN aren't those called? No, goddammit. Abraham Lincoln went through hell to get those slaves abolished, and then he got freaking Lincoln in the back of the skull because somebody didn't think it was a good idea and just happened to own a gun. Guns kill people. Hashtag the more you know. Hashtag what a bunch of BS. What a bunch of malarkey. I just watched a video before I came in here to do this about some nerd ranting for like 3.5 minutes about how he doesn't need marijuana because he's totally calm. And yet he's like rushing around and yelling and blah, 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 the whole entire time, smashing bongs that people apparently sent him through the mail. He didn't even think that he could resell them to, a stoner. Talking about how marijuana encouraged one of his friends to go up onto the roof and jump off. And my only reaction was not, wow, that's terrible. I should really rethink about my stance on drugs. It was, man, you have some really stupid fucking friends, man. I remember smoking a little bit of the greeny green or the perpy perp or whatever. And the last thing that was in my brain was, hey, that's a really nice roof. I would love to climb on it and jump right off of it. There's a better chance of me doing that without any sort of drug interaction in a wrestling match back whenever I used to backyard wrestle. But while on marijuana, no. If I'm smoking pot, there's a good chance I'm vegetating on a fucking couch just like this, listening to tunes, watching TV, giggling like a hysterical little fucking anime girl. And that's that. Man, oh man, oh man. It was wild, though. It was wild to see this kid because it was just like he was totally serious about this. And it felt like, and it sounded like and read like one of those joke groups that you have on Facebook that says like, Susie took one, or Susie inhaled secondhand smoke from a marijuana joint once, and then she decided to get behind the wheel of the car and ran over 12 people and 14 puppies and a bag full of kittens, then went over to her friend's house to plot 9/11, went back in time to crucify Jesus and prevent the pyramids from being constructed, and then fast forwarded to start the bubonic plague. Oh, he's a troll? Is he really? Man, he's really good. Bravo to him. If that was totally to be trolled, that is freaking sweet. That is awesome. Because let me tell you, that's what you want. That is what you want out of your troll. You want people to get like ragey like that. That's fucking awesome. I fell for it. I fell for it. How often do I'm masturbating right now? I am. I masturbate to my own work while I'm recording. If you don't see my hands on up in the screen, they're on my junk all the time. Do I support nationwide recreational use of cannabis for adults 21 and up? I do. I support it, but at the same time, like people who are obnoxious about pot, like there'd be some people where I would be so mean where I would be like, I support this, I allow this as president, but I'd be like, and I'd look at one person and be like, but not you, you can't do it. If you smoke up, you're going to fucking jail, you deadbeat. Oh man, like there's this one dude that I know who's talking about how Michael Vick just got traded to the Steelers, or he was acquired, picked up on waivers, whatever it was, and he's talking about how horrible the dogfighting thing was, which it was. The Michael Vick dogfighting ring, which by the way was not his thing, it was his friends that had the ring. I'm not defending, I'm just stating fact. Like saying how the Steelers now have a rapist and a dog killer and people that just do drugs and stuff, like, oh no. And I'm thinking to myself, whenever I'm looking at this guy's post, I'm like, name omitted. All that you do throughout the course of your life is wake up, you go downstairs, you sit around, you smoke a lot of pot, you take Xanax like they're fucking Tic Tacs, you sigh about the fact that nobody wants to hang around you anymore, and you decide to be a general asshole on Facebook as opposed to leaving out the front door and experiencing the wonders of outside. I don't want to hear anything you have to say, especially whenever it comes to the concepts of second chances and things like that. Considering here's a guy who can, of course, critique second chances, considering he's not in a position to need one because he's not even giving himself a first chance. And he thinks that's not his fault. Living off the damn system. I think there are some people that live off the system that should have to actually like have an inspect. Like you know how child services will sometimes go into homes and be like, you listen, this shit needs to get straight in a certain period of time, or else we're intervening. We're intervening. I feel you need that for people who are on these assistance services to ensure that they're actually using some of this shit for good shit. Like it's actually being used for food. Or if they're mothers or parents, you know, if it's a family, that it's actually being used to feed the child as opposed to getting 27 dancing fucking Santas. God damn it. Get a bitch or something, you loser ass punk. If your name's really Lily, what's up? How you doing? Anyway, I think I'm out of here for the night, though. Um, top 5 porn stars? No. We're not going there. We're not going there because that means I have to watch a lot more porn. And that's a no. No. He did everything with the law. Of course he did. Northern Lion has like 75 trillion videos about rebirth, like an asshole. Take off your glasses, faggot. Get a freaking icon, faggot. You're a bitch who needs hair plugs. You're probably a bitch who needs a dick. Plain and simple. Nah, it's all right. I don't give a fuck. This is what happens when we get bigger. This is what happens whenever people, you know, actually like you. You are a faggot who loves dildos up your ass. That is kind of an accurate description of like Asa Akira, Jasmine Bryan, a couple other people. Brrr. Oh, he's a dude. He's going to get insulted if I mention he likes dildos up the ass. Oh, of course. Here's a problem. You say I'm a faggot who loves dildos up my ass. You don't have any friends. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm out of here for the night. I think I'm out of here for the evening. And the repetition of what I just said. It's awesome. Anyhow, I'm out of here for the night, so I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for coming out. Thanks to everybody for 35,000. 35,000. My mom is balding. My mom is balding. Probably. I don't know. My dad is. A little bit. A little too bad. No. Danny who? Danny who? Never heard of him. Maybe I won't leave yet. Maybe I'll just sit here uncomfortably for a couple of minutes. Stare up into space. It's awesome, actually, with the new work that I'm doing, that I could literally sit like this for 48 hours and make like $500. It's pretty sweet. Speaking of porn stars, before I go, how much do you think cam girls make? Just throwing that out there. How much do you think they make? How much do you think do they make? I think they make a good bit. Uh-oh. Ah. See ya. Bye. Oh, what the hell is this? I can do stuff like this. This is crazy. Timeout. Oh, you're in timeout. Bye. I can put people in timeout. That is so fucking cool. That is crazy. I can put people timeout. You 5 minutes now. Wild. All right. Depends on the cam girl. I guess that's a good point. I don't know. Seems like a really, really silly profession. I mean, not for them, obviously. For them, they have a, I don't want to call it an easy job, but it's a, you know, you sit in front of a camera, you talk to people, and then, of course, you perform. You know, obviously, if you're camera shy, it's no good, but, and you obviously have to make sure that everything happens, blah, 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 but whatever. But anyway, I'm out of here. That was just a really random thought. I love the fact that I can put people in timeout. I'm like a father right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, before I go, I don't know if you're in this stream right now, but shout out to the individual who made a quite large donation in July. If you happen to be in here, thank you very much. If not, then if you watch this till the end on YouTube, blah, 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 then thank you very much. All right, I'm out. See you. Bye.